one thing that is so easy to forget is how social media and the internet, they're all so new. If you look back in history, the internet it's a recent thing. It's a recent thing, and I think our brains are still getting used to it. I've been watching so many videos lately about TikTok brain rot, social media, not being able to focus anymore because of TikTok and other like short form content, which is very ironic because I build my platform on TikTok. I make ASMR videos. I started on TikTok making short content. I moved to YouTube. I make long content now, but they're still very fast-paced, quick, fast, chaotic. It makes me think about like the evolution of ASMR, and content is just changing, and the way we watch and the way we make content, they're all changing. Again, it's not just the ASMR community. I think about it is the first thing that comes to mind because it is the main content that I make, but I can also see on beauty community. I remember that maybe like 10 years ago. Oh my god, I'm getting old. I used to watch a lot of beauty gurus, and they would make like 30-40 minute videos. They didn't have a lot of cuts. They didn't have like a lot of editing. It was basically girls in their bedroom, a lot of them just setting up their webcam on their laptop and just showing like their makeup collection, stuff that they bought at Target. Again, this is not a video essay, by the way. One day maybe I'll make a video essay with a script and all of that. This is just a chatty video. This is just me voicing my opinions because sometimes I feel like I need to talk to someone about it, and sometimes I feel like the internet is a way to hear other people's opinion and for us to have a conversation, right? I've been doing that for my whole life, basically. Just talking to the internet to have a conversation about things that are on my mind. I would also go to the internet to check what people are thinking. What are they talking about, right? You want to feel included. You want to feel like you belong. You want to feel like you know all the jokes and the memes. So again, you feel like you belong. Because I think that's just people, man. Like, we've always been part of the community. It's just part of us. It's just like we are born with the desire to belong, the desire of community. And the internet is just this huge place where different communities find themselves, you know? I make fast chaotic ASMR, for instance. Sometimes as a creator, you feel like your content is not fast-paced enough. Sometimes as a content creator, it really feels like you're falling behind no matter how much you do. No matter how much you, like how many videos you make, it always feels like you're behind. And I know it's not only content creators. Anyone nowadays, it just feels like you're falling behind because there's always gonna be someone that's in front of you. No matter how far ahead you are, we're always gonna feel like we're behind something or someone. The Timothy Chalamet's speech he gave, I don't remember. He gave a speech talking about greatness. And that really stuck with me for some reason.
But the truth is, I'm really in pursuit of greatness. I know people don't usually talk like that, but I want to be one of the greats. I'm inspired by the greats. I'm inspired by the greats here.
I don't think I want to achieve greatness. All power to him, man. I think he's been doing a great job. I could go on a deep dive about it, how obviously that's not meant for everyone. Basically, there's more than just wanting to achieve something. It's also about your environment, the people that you know, the family that you're born, and there's so many implications. But I also think that you can achieve your own greatness, right? In the environment and position that you are in your life right now. But that's a whole different video. I was thinking earlier, I was like, would I ever want that? Even in my field, in my industry, what I'm doing right now, would I want to achieve greatness? Would I want to be one of the best, one of the biggest content creators? Would I want that? Would I want to achieve my own greatness, my own, like, would I want to be one of the best? You know, I think the first thing that comes to mind is like, yeah, of course, I want to be the best. I want to be one of the greatest of all time. And then I started thinking about it, I'm like, maybe not. I remember when I was a kid, when I was younger, you know, I grew up watching Disney Channel and all of those stars being like, you can do it, achieve your dreams, go for it, you're amazing, you can do this. I grew up thinking, I don't want to have a normal life. That's boring. Become a boring adult with a boring job, with a boring family, and have a house and kids. Ew, gross. I want to live like Hannah Montana. And I remember I had my first like actual real like 9 to 5. That was not 9 to 5. It was like 8 to 6, bro. I'm not even kidding. And I remember I had a coworker. He had a wife, a family, he had friends, he had a house. I think I was like 20, even though I joke that I'm 21. I'm not, y'all. Y'all, the OGs know I'm not 21. I'm way past that. But back then, for some reason, my very undeveloped brain, I was like, how can he be happy living such a regular, normal life? That's not what the media tells us. The media tells us that we would be happier if we were famous and rich. He made me realize. At first, I didn't understand because I was so young and naive. And then I was like, no, man, like, I think that's it. If you're not happy with little, I don't think you're ever gonna be happy no matter how much you have, bro. Because you're always gonna be looking for more and more and more and more, and it's never gonna be enough. Hi, I was editing, I was like, I need to clear things out here because this sounds odd to me. So when I use the word little, when you achieve little, I don't think getting married, having kids, buying a house, I don't think those are little things. I didn't mean to diminish the effort that it takes to find a partner, get married, have kids, build a family, buy a house. Those are huge achievements, especially in the economy nowadays. Jesus. So I didn't mean to come off that way. So I just wanted to come here and clear things out because I didn't like my word choice. So yeah. And I think that comes with social media. We have this thing that we gotta achieve more. We gotta have more than that person that we follow on TikTok. We gotta achieve as much as they achieved at their age. Bro, if you also like do make videos, you're a content creator, no matter how big or small, you're always gonna be trying to achieve more. And it gets to a point that you're like, what the hell am I doing? It can make you like burn out real bad and have like, you're gonna have like a little bit of like a little breakdown. Or maybe not. Maybe you are gonna deal with everything and the numbers and the analytics very well, but for the regular schmegler people, it can be frustrating. It can mess up with you and your concept of self-worth. Once you start making videos and your videos do well, you start attaching your value as a human being to numbers on a screen, and that is crazy. I'm working on it. I've been working on it for a couple of years now with my therapist, but now recently that I've been doing this full time, I think that's when it got to me the most. Now to be fully transparent here, I used to work making YouTube videos and TikTok and all that, but I also worked a second job at a coffee shop. So when I was working 2 jobs, right? I was working as a barista, but I was still doing YouTube and TikTok. There would be months where my videos would not do well compared to other months, right? But when you work a normal job with a stable income, it would make easier for you to move on from your failure as a content creator. I'll go through those months where my videos would not do well and my revenue would like tank. I would always think to myself, okay, well, I can still pay the bills, it's fine. I have my other job, I'll survive. Now I do this full time. So you can imagine those videos that don't do well, I'm just like, what have I done wrong? So it's very easy for you to see your numbers go down and think that your self-worth also is going down. You're like, what have I done wrong? What did I do? Is this video shit? Why is this shit? Let me find every single issue in this video. Even the ones that weren't there before, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find all of the problems in this video so I can find a reason why this video got so many less views than the video before. And sometimes, the video is shit. Sometimes I look back and I'm like, this video is not that good. I get it. I understand. My community, they have good taste, so I get it. This video is not hitting as hard. I don't know what I was thinking, but then there's some videos I'm like, this video is really good. And then you realize that, maybe the problem's not me. The problem is with the algorithm, I don't know, maybe the time that I don't know, man. The thumbnail. Maybe there was 1 second of sound that did not sound good and a lot of people clicked out of the video. You never know, man. It can be so many things. But most of the time, your brain is blaming you. And honestly, even when I know that, this video is actually pretty good, maybe it was the algorithm, I still blame myself. I'm like, yeah, maybe I should have done this way instead of this way. Maybe I should have edited this part out. Maybe that is why people clicked away from this video, because this part was not as good as the rest of the video. Even though it's not bad, it's just not as good. But maybe it was the thumbnail too. Maybe it was the title of the video. Anyway. I'm not here to complain, by the way. I'm not complaining at all, bro. I'm so freaking thankful to be able, at a point in my life, to try this out. Yazzie, does it pay all the bills? It doesn't. I'll be fully transparent with you. It does not pay the bills. By the end of the month, I'm still like, the math is not mathing. I'm not earning enough to pay the bills. Don't worry, I have money saved. I only did what I did because I thought about it. I planned real hard, and I talked to people in my family, people around me, my loved ones. I asked their opinion. I talked to them about it. I saved money. I decided to just try this out and see if I use all of my time to improve my videos, to make more content, to focus on my community, to make more videos like these, if I could do that actually full time in a way that it would actually pay the bills, right? So I am in no way complaining. For goodness sake, please don't take that as a complaint. I just wanted to show you the dark side of content creation. My life is so hard.
Try being an influencer for a day.
Please don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. I'm very grateful. I'm very privileged to be able to do this. But I just wanted to share that part of content creation, that part of me, that part of social media, because this started as social media is something we're still getting used to, and it is. As a consumer, but also as a creator. They're very similar, but very also different. I make videos because I watch a ton of videos, right? So I'm also like starting to notice things about me as a consumer, as someone who watches a lot of videos on YouTube and TikTok, my own behaviors, how they have changed throughout the years, how I can see from a different perspective as well now as someone who makes content as well. It is very interesting to me. And I'm just yapping at this point. I'm just talking, sharing stuff with you. I don't talk much. I don't share much of my thoughts because, not gonna lie, I do have a little bit of a fear of getting canceled on the internet. And that's the thing. I googled it, I checked, and even on Reddit, people are scared of getting canceled online, bro. Even people that don't post anything on social media. A bunch of like people that like to be anonymous, they're also scared of getting canceled. That's why they're anonymous. And my life is out there. I'm not as scared of getting canceled in a way of like some people on the internet because, Jesus Christ, I'm not that horrible of a person. I'm not perfect, but bro, I have at least the bare minimum. And some people in this platform, they don't, and it's insane. I'm not gonna talk about this because it's not it's not the point of this video. That is not what I'm, scared of. I'm scared of like people misinterpreting. Oh my god, I don't know how to say that word. Misinterpreting. I have this fear that people would take my words and twist it and make me sound completely different. And then my therapist said something that really I was like, oh my god, that's crazy. She said, well, my biggest fear is that by not speaking up, you might be missing out on the people that can actually relate to you and feel heard and understood. Again, those are not the exact words that she used, but that really stuck with me. Because I think that's it, right? In life, when we speak up, there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna disagree with you. But there might be a lot of people that can relate to you and feel heard and seen. And I think that's the beauty of the internet, right? And I think that is why I keep making videos. I think that is why I chose to sit here and struggle a little bit financially right now, so I can continue to make the best content that I can for the people that have supported me for so long. So yeah, thank you for being here. I don't know how I feel about this video in terms of like, this is just a random conversation. I don't know, I felt like sharing. And I think my therapist just inspired me to share. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And I would like to hear your thoughts about social media, the internet. I feel like we're so competitive nowadays. Sometimes we forget that the whole point is this. Okay. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.